No.
Yeah, by the way, you know what I never want to hear again? I don't want to hear another motherfucker tell me that AJ Brown lost a step. If I hear that one more time, I don't want to hear that bullshit anymore. Everybody in the chat listening, I don't want to hear one of you say that to me. Not one of you.
That was how bad the offense was, though.
Let's go right to Joe Whip. All right, seniority first, as always. Joe joins me right now in the post game show. Joe, we lose the Dallas Cowboys today, 24-21. What do you think, my friend?
Well, what do I think? It took me about an hour to relax after that debacle. I think the one word for tonight is this team. But first of all, this team's not a Super Bowl team. Forget it. I'm watching the Rams kick the shit out of Tampa Bay. I mean, it's not. It's like watching a. I mean, it's not even a contest. Mayfield's getting the shit kicked out of him. The word I would use for tonight is accountability. There is no accountability on this team. Xavier Gipson would be cut.
Agreed. Why are you fielding the ball at the 1 yard line? I don't even forget the fumble for a second. Why are you fielding the ball at the 1 yard line?
Once a Jet, always a Jet. That's why.
That's a perfect answer.
That's why he's fielding the ball. He would be cut. I wouldn't even brought him home. I put him on a Greyhound bus to nowhere. You just can't have these guys making this. You know, even before that play by him, if you notice one of the kickoffs, I think the kickoff, he was supposed to block for Shipley.
Yeah.
Shipley had a hole, and he just ran off the field. He didn't even try to block the guy. I'd get rid of him. I don't give a shit who they put out there. He's got to go. I mean, put Cooper back there.
Yeah, but they're not, dude. This is a soft approach team. They're not like that. Like, that's an old school mentality that you're bringing up, where you do something like that, you're out of here. They don't do that anymore, dude.
They need to.
And you know it too. You think Nick Sirianni's getting rid of that guy? Seriously?
I don't think he would, but I would.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's saying stupid penalty after stupid penalty after stupid penalty. It's just ridiculous. And I'm sorry, Kevin. You see, the offense is broken, and it's too late to fix it. You have to fix this stuff in spring training. I don't know what else they can do at this point. The offensive line, I don't know what the hell Juergens was doing.
Yeah, he got murked in the second half.
I mean, on pass plays, he was making a step forward, and the guy was just going right around him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know if it's technique, what they're teaching. The interior of the offensive line was just terrible. And it's Barkley I don't know what's wrong with Barkley. But I've noticed, you can notice when Tank runs up the middle, he gets yardage. Saquon doesn't.
Yeah.
No, Saquon
doesn't hit the hole, dude. Watch Javonte Williams tonight. He didn't have a great game, but he hits the hole. He gets his 3 yards when he needs to get the damn 3 yards, so you don't have a negative play.
Yeah, and
Saquon doesn't hit the hole.
And Barkley's been missing seams. He had one play where he ran outside and he ran out to the sideline when he had a seam. If he cuts and goes to his right, he's got a nice gain, and he's running right out of bounds. I don't know what's up with him. But they need accountability. They need to get guys to shoot. So put Toth in there.
What do you think of Nick Sirianni, just like coaching, like macro perspective?
He's been making a lot of mistakes. I mean, at the end of the Rams game, at the end of the Green Bay game.
You're going Akbar on me. I can't see you, bro.
the TV went dark.
No, the massive movie theater. Joe has a movie.
No, it's all right.
Theater.
No, it'll be okay.
It'll come back. There it is. There it is.
We need a commercial.
Yeah,
Peacock's in one of those things where
because it's 31-7, and
it's terrible.
The Rams are destroying the Buccaneers.
They should get the married men off the field, because it's not going to end up. It's not going to end up well. Yeah, so Sirianni's got a problem, and I don't know if he's going to fix it. This has 2023 written all over it again.
You don't think it's going to be that bad, do you? I don't think it's.
I could see it. I mean, if they get beat by Chicago,
because the defense is good enough, and the offense. If they just go back into their shell of we just don't want to turn the ball over, they're not going to get beat every game.
Well, did Chicago? What, they're second in the league in taking the ball away?
I think John's off on Chicago. By the way, John's talking about Chicago like we're going to boat race them next year. I'm like, John, we haven't boat raced anybody.
No, the Eagles' offense. No, Chicago's. Maybe Chicago's this year's Commanders.
Maybe, and then they might be next year's Commanders too, where they fall off.
I mean, they win games at the end. They're taking ball. They're creating turnovers. And the other thing the Eagles had, Jesus, they had Vaughn drops that easy interception. Then they get 12 men on the field when they get a pick. And it gets wiped out because they have 12. Some guy can't get off the fucking field. I mean, it's these mistakes that they're being made over and over. Some of them you can't blame coaching. When someone's not covering up, Fred Johnson, that's on the players, and the guys that don't play, the guys that keep making the mistakes shouldn't be on the field. I mean, why is Calcaterra out there? What the hell does he do?
Nothing.
I mean, he can't block. They don't throw at him. I mean, what's the point?
Yeah, Calcaterra is trash. So
I would put that 38 out there and let him block.
All right, will we win the game Friday?
Boy, I don't know. It's a short. I don't know. I'm losing faith in this team, Xander.
I hear you.
I'm losing faith because I don't see any accountability. And I hear the same shit.
I don't think they're going to collapse.
I hear the same shit. Well, the other thing did you notice? Watch the locker room interviews with AJ.
After this game?
After this game.
I didn't see him. What
okay, well, what you're going to see is he was chatty and he was happy. Okay?
He got his yards, 8 for 110.
They lose. He has a good game. They lose. He's happy. He has a bad game. They win. He's angry. I mean, it's the wrong attitude. There's this team needs
Yeah, but it's not like it doesn't make them wrong, man. This offense blows, dude.
I know it does.
It blows.
Yeah, but he should be pissed off that they lost.
I get it. They were better when they were targeted in the first half. Then they stopped targeting. You got 2 targets the rest of the game.
I'll have to watch the film. I don't know. I don't know what they were doing. But it's funny how they just. This is what the third game and the fourth game where they were great in one half and absolutely horrid in the next half. So when you have that happens that many times, there's a reason for it.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I don't, I'm not behind closed doors, but, I think Howie may have to have a talking with somebody.
We'll see.
But, by the way, Pumper, Pumper, I would rather Pumper just give you $100 super chat and say one thing than $5, than $25.
Then he wouldn't be able to pay as much.
Yeah, $25 hits. Bang, 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 bang. Jalen sucks. Just give you 100 and be done with it.
I think Pumper's been on fire. I hate to break it to you.
Yeah, I know, but it's after a while, especially after a loss. If he was in there, if he was
can only take so much.
Him around.
Pump, you hear this? They're coming at you, Pump. All right, Joe. Good stuff, man. I'll talk to you. Maybe on Friday.
Well, hopefully Friday won't be another fucking disaster.
Yeah. Have a fantastic Thanksgiving.
You too. Man. You as well.
All right. Thank you, man. There's Joe up. Appreciate you, Joe. Going to Riding the Bench. Then I'll go to Josh Herman coming up. All right. Let's go to Riding the Bench. Joining me right now. What's going on, my man? How you feeling after that collapsed loss?
I don't know. I feel indifferent about this team now. I think after that Packers game, we all kind of accepted that, like, this is just what's this team's going to be. I mean, we all thought this game would come down to, well, most people thought the Dallas Cowboys would win this game, and they ended up doing just that. I don't know what to make of this team, man. It's an enigma. Other than that,
are you losing confidence in terms of the macro?
Confidence in the sense of like
Super Bowl, like that type of confidence.
Only against the Rams, but I still think we could beat anybody else in the NFC.
That's what's keeping me alive.
That's kind of what my
me too.
Thing is like. That's what I'm hanging my hat on.
It's a weak league this year, dude. The NFL's weak.
It's a weird year. 2025 has been a very, very weird year.
I agree.
And even again, the Rams, they always, it's always a tight ball game with us, right? But particularly about this game, again, they take on they embody the coach. I think that's one thing that maybe none of us have really talked about in regards to the Eagles. But I think this team embodies what the coach is, and when it's going well, they could front one with anybody. But the second adversity hits, you have a little bit of a stumbling block, and then all of a sudden, the team starts throwing haymakers at you, and the talent alone isn't enough to overcome it. And Saquon Barkley, again, just not being able to run you have a 21-0 lead, and you can't close it out because you can't get the ground game going, and then the offense just sputters. It's brutal.
I read the box score after the game. I refreshed the page because I'm it must not have updated. Changed. It must not have updated. 10 carries for 22 yards for Saquon Barkley, and you were up 21-0.
Yeah, and honestly, I know the offensive line hasn't been great, but you know what? Maybe it's just because Saquon just hasn't been as excellent as maybe he just hasn't been good this year.
Yeah, but he's been downright bad. I'm not even comparing with the last year.
Yeah, man. And bad. And honestly, you see when you have a one cut back like Tank Bigsby, what this offensive line could do, just hit the hole. And this is something that he has done when he was with the Giants too. As much as he is a home run hitter, God bless. As much as he is a home run hitter, he tends to dance around and wants to go for the big shot every single time. And, that just is what it is. But again, this is what this team is. I wasn't expecting much out of this game. Now we got Chicago on Friday, and I think that's just going to be a very, very, very important game for us. Losing that game is just going to tell you everything you know about this team. You win that game, all of a sudden, you have a little bit of hope for the NFC title game, and who knows what happens in one game against that Rams team. But kudos to Dallas. They deserve the credit. They went out and got that one. Jalen deserves a good chunk of this blame. You can't go a second half where you just don't score again.
Yeah, 40 minutes. That's crazy.
But and you know what? Penalties, running the ball. I mean, none of this should be happening with this fucking team. It's too talented of players. And again, you
think they win on Friday?
I think they will. It won't be pretty, but I think they will. It's going to be
the Rams team. Not Rams.
That Bears team's good.
They're hot.
It's a good football.
I think they're 6 straight.
Yeah, no, it's a good football team over there. Again, but they're also a team that needs to rely on turnovers to win a lot of these games. So if you don't turn the ball over,
today.
Huh? They did.
2 of them today.
Yeah, I know. Again, not even on the offenses. I mean, Saquon fumbled, but Xavier Gibson, like Joe said, you can leave the Jets, but the Jets don't leave you.
I'm more mad that he decided to catch the punt than he fumbled it.
Honestly, it was brutal. It was just brutal.
1 yard line, bro. Let the ball bounce into the end zone and take it at the 20 and have a day. All right.
Yeah, dude. It's brutal. It's brutal.
Xavier, I know you think you can take it to the house. You're not that good, guy.
I know. Again, you had the one play at the Jets against Buffalo that one night, and I guess that's what that's what you think you could do. But so sometimes we always say that this team doesn't beat themselves. Tonight they beat themselves, flat out. They just beat themselves. So it is what it is, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna read you this. Ready?
Yeah.
Punt, 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 missed field goal, fumble, punt.
I mean, and that first half it was touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. I mean, that is exact. It's two sides of the.
Those are the drives after the touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. And then it was punt and a half, punt, 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 missed field goal, fumble, punt.
Dude,
holy mackerel!
This is the second game this year where we were up 3 scores and just flat out gave it away. It again comes down to undisciplined football team. This is what they are. This is just an undisciplined football team that has immense talent that can beat anybody, can lose against anybody. So, again, we're just lucky the NFC is really weak. We are lucky the NFC is really bad. And again, against the Rams, we tend to have their number for whatever reason. But who knows, man? If we have to go to LA, that might help Jalen in a warm weather game. But I don't know, man. They look pretty damn good. And Matt Stafford's a surgeon. So,
all right, brother. Good show, man. I'll talk to you maybe on Friday. Have a great Thanksgiving with you and yours. I hope you have a great holiday, my friend. I appreciate you doing it today.
Thanks, man. I appreciate you too.
All right, man. Thank you, brother. There's my brother, man, riding the bench. Appreciate him coming on every week. Let's go to Josh Herman. Then I'll go to No Limit. Then I'll go to Chris 3K. Then I'll go to Steven. Steven, I see you, brother. O-line guru, I don't have your picture. Lucius, I don't know what's up with your picture. You look like your internet's not working. I don't know what's going on there. And HKP, I know you'll probably turn the camera on once I come to you. So let's go to Herman. Then we'll go No Limit, and then we'll go to Chris 3K. Let's bring up Josh Herman right now.
What's
Josh,
up, man?
what's going on, man? How you doing?
Is what it is. Division game, tough loss, totally avoidable, but it's not really shocking to me. I mean, I've been telling you all week, I think that this team is way too inconsistent to make a Super Bowl run. I think there's a lot of people that look at that record and go 8-3, 8-3, 8-3. But look at the way they got 8-3. I mean, this isn't the first time this season that we just haven't shown up for the second half. We squeaked by in Tampa Bay, and we had 2 blocked field goals against the Rams. So this isn't shocking to me. I don't know what do you think, bro? Are you seeing anything different that I'm not seeing?
Right. I mean, it's hard to dispute anything that you've said. I mean, I know you're not a Jalen Hurts guy. I don't know. Do you think today was on Jalen Hurts? How did you view that?
No, I think Jalen played fine, but I think this is more overall to what Riding the Bench said, that teams take on the personality of their coaches. I mean, today was definitely sloppy. But again, this has gone back to what I've always said about Hurts, is he needs people around him. When the running game isn't going good, we lose ball games. When the defense isn't hanging in there, we lose ball games. Today, I thought he played well, except for the 1 sack there at the end. But I'm not gonna, if you look at the totality of his record, he for the most part shows up in big moments. But when you look at a team like New England today, I know they played the shitty Bengals. They didn't have a stellar rushing game, and Drake May goes out there and he lights up the scoreboard. Why? Because Mike Vrabel is in there, probably chewing guys' asses and making sure the tiny details are followed. And this team doesn't do that. I mean, like I said, I haven't felt real good. I don't know. I think I don't know what John is taking, bro. I'm not real comfortable about this Chicago game. I know it's,
I don't know what John's on either with that.
Yeah, I know it's nail polish Caleb Williams, but I mean, Ben Johnson's working with that young man, and they play good defense. Kevin Byard, I think his name is out there. That dude will go find the football.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a couple safeties over there that are finding the football like crazy. They had another guy today, I think, who tied Byard with their leading picks. I think he picked off whoever they played today. Who'd they play to that Bears? They won the
Steelers with Rudolph.
Right, yeah, with Rudolph. That's right. Yeah. All right, bro. I mean, what do you feel like? We don't feel like we're a Super Bowl team. You already said that.
Yeah. No. I don't think we're going to collapse, but define collapse. If collapse means we lose in the divisional versus the championship, who knows? But like I said, right now I don't see it, and I've said it all year. But I think you've been pretty consistent. I think you're finally starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel, that you're trying to come on board here. But it is what it is, and I'm hoping that I'm proven wrong. But right now I just don't see it. But keep up the good work, brother.
I appreciate you, Josh. Thank you for your support of the channel, bro. It goes a long way, and I do appreciate the hell out of it. Thank you for joining me today. Have a great holiday, man, with you and yours. And I'll talk to you again soon. All right, brother?
Yeah, man. Have a good holiday.
All right. Thank you, dude. There's Josh Herman checking in, man. Appreciate Josh Herman. You guys see him in the chat. Most of you guys know people in the chat. Let's go to my boy, No Limit, who's look at this guy. This guy, he's putting in the chat, man. Xander, let's talk football. I got my office set up. I said, shut your bitch ass up, man. Let's bring him in right now.
Let's talk. All right, bro. Let's really talk football. And let's really diagnose the game that we just saw today, man. Let's be honest. And listen, to some of these motherfuckers in the group chat, I might sound like I'm a Jalenite or I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm going to give an appropriate amount of blame for Jalen tonight. That second half was not good football. And I'm going to be honest with you. But you can't sit here and tell me that Kevin Patullo, some of the shit he was calling wasn't situationally bad. Every time we're behind the sticks, every time we got a flag, and let's not talk about the flags because I really want to get into them. Every time our offense was opening up, every time our offense was creating big plays, it seemed like it was always the flag that would just bring everything back just to hell. But my biggest problem today was just always every time we got into a second and long, second and bad situation, I literally seen multiple second and 20 or second and 15, whatever situations, and Kevin Patullo is calling the obvious run inside zone at that.
This is my question on that, because I agree with you, but do you think that's Patullo or do you think that's Nick saying we got a lead, now's the time to play conservative ball and conserve our lead? That's my biggest question with that. I don't disagree with you. Situationally, it's bad play call, but is that more because like I think those first couple drives, that's when I think you saw the real Patullo, honestly.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I was saying earlier about the year, right? I gave Patullo all the grades because I'm like, bro, he's going against Spags. He's going against a motivated Rams defense is now ranked in these like
they're doing good.
He's a rookie coordinator going against all these great defenses with a chip on his shoulder. So I give him the benefit of the doubt. But sometimes like I do get into that area where I don't know, hey, is this Kevin Patullo or is this Nick Sirianni or is this the Philly organization wanting to be, hey, let's be risk averse. Let's not involve Jalen Hurts at all in that design run. Bro, I'm watching tonight. Every time we call a design run game, we got the yardage we wanted. We would literally make the defense collapse and we could get into this up-tempo offense, do whatever we wanted. But like, just look at how many design runs we called today and look at like the productivity from that. But to just get back to that, like that conversation we talking about, I just don't know what the fuck to blame when I'm looking at a second and 20 you're calling the run play that's obviously going to gain 20 yards. Saquon had 10 carries for 22 yards. Telling me at a point you don't understand that, hey, in these situations, you're not going to be able to run the ball and get some second and 20 that's going to gain 20 yards. You have to understand that. And that's what doesn't make sense to me. Like, they keep smashing their head into a wall that doesn't make sense. Another thing, Xander, I got to get on your fucking ass because during this week, you did say the passing game has to open up the run game. Tonight, the passing game was effective early and the run game never opened.
Correct.
Never opened one bit.
Fair point. See, my perspective was 2 straight seasons now you're relying on the run game. Last year, we really took advantage of shot plays. So in my perspective, I was like, I think the defenses have closed up after a year. You know what I mean? You know what they say about sophomore quarterback. Defenses adjust in the offseason. So my thing was like, we never fixed the passing game, and now the running game is worse because of it. Mm-hmm. But tonight, you're right. It was the best example of pass game worked early. Run game never opened.
Listen, sometimes my part. So I'm just gonna end with this point. Sometimes, like, and this is something that I texted you earlier on Instagram.
Yeah, I didn't see it yet. I saw you.
Yeah.
I saw you.
It's just like, bro, when I look around the league, when I'm looking at all the quarterbacks play football, how consistent everybody's being in this NFL this year, you can't look at any quarterback from even last year. So I'm not even gonna go even like 2 or 3 years. You can't look at any quarterback last year and you're going to tell me they're playing the exact same that's in the top 10. It's like, I don't know what's going on with the offense around the league. There are some teams who are relatively like staying above water, but it's like, you're going to see Baker Mayfield go out here, have these bad performances. You saw Lamar Jackson today. I didn't know what the fuck I was seeing out of Lamar Jackson.
He looks like Allen.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep going through all the quarterbacks. That's basically what I was texting. I'm just like, bro, I'm looking at everybody. The only 2 quarterbacks I can say is consistently good is Drake May and Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford is a 37-year-old veteran quarterback that knows every coverage you can send to him. Drake May is a young quarterback, which even in their offense, I'd be like, if Drake May wasn't there, that's a 2-win team. They're not no 9-2. They're literally none of that is happening without Drake May because like. With some of those receivers, he literally you couldn't hand the ball over or you couldn't hand the ball to the receivers better than Drake May passes. So I'm just over here like
smart quarterback. That's why
that's crushing it. That's what I'm saying. Like some of these quarterbacks, it's like I don't know about the consistency with the quarterback play this year, and I don't know. Maybe I might sound like a Jalen Knight when I'm saying that.
No, you don't at all. I think
that's why I give Jalen. Yeah, I give Jalen some benefit of the doubt, but I'm not like everybody in this group chat is just gonna be like, oh, we won. The days won or whatever. Like I've been seeing shit like this, bro. I can't even lie to you. Exactly like the person that joined before me, bro. When I seen this shit was 21-0, the game wasn't over to me. The game wasn't over when it was 20. Like the Rams are up right now. that game was fucking over. When it was 21-0, the game was fucking over. But to me, I'm like, bro, we got so many problems on offense from the run game. Jalen Hurts still because he's still inconsistent. I'll be fucking honest with you. I'm not gonna fucking lie with you and
that's the type of player he is. Yeah, I mean,
we're not gonna sit here and lie and just bullshit and just throw like Philly compliments and like fuck that. Jalen Hurts is still inconsistent. Kevin Patullo's inexperienced, and I don't know what the fuck.
It's one thing to have 10 carries and 22 yards if you're down in the game. To have a 21-point lead and have 10 carries and 20, that is such an indictment. I don't think people realize how big of an indictment that is on Barkley. You have a 3-touchdown lead, and your all-pro running back, offensive player of the year, has 10 carries for 22 yards. That's unheard of, dude.
Bro, the funniest shit is I used to think J-Mac and Sills backed off a little bit, but J-Mac has been saying the same shit since day one, saying that Saquon might have took a step back. Bro, it took to the day where I'm over here contemplating, did he really take a step back? Because it's like all our offensive line, even though Cam's still banged up, you still had Mulata, you still had Dickerson, you still had Jurgens, and you damn near had outside of Lane Johnson, but you had damn near your whole offensive line healthy. I understand the Cowboys got better and they added Quentin Williams, who I did see make an impact today, but it's just like I don't know. Like bro, this is the type of shit that I'll be talking to you about, Xander. This Eagles offense be driving me fucking crazy because at one hand, I'm seeing a running back that was a 2K back that is like, as long as you get him to the second level last year, it's a 60-yard or some big ass play. We're not able to get him to the second level this year, but it's like, the shit I was seeing him create in NY, he's not new to not having a good offensive line. So for him to keep like having these games of 22 carries for 70 fucking yards or some shit, this week 10 carries for 22 yards, like we're trying to get this shit going, but I honestly don't know who the fuck to point the blame at. I honestly fucking don't. We just had a good week, or not a good week, but we had a good half with AJ, and I'm mad that we didn't stick to that plan of targeting AJ. Like, it's funny.
They went away from it. It worked really well early, and they got more conservative. You know?
And that's what I'm fucking saying, bro. I don't know why they get into these conservative like periods. Like, I don't know. The funniest shit about like that's the one thing I would really want to ask like the Eagles offensive huddle and all the coaches and everything. So you're telling me that you'd rather be conservative until you get into a situation like the Rams game where you're down 26-6 or 27-6 or whatever the score was, 26-7. So you'd rather play a conservative game and get to a point where you're down 3 scores. And then now you're going to open your playbook and be completely non-risk adverse, opposed to being, hey, let's be moderate with this risk adverseness. We don't want to turn the ball over because it's going to lead to bad things, but that can't be your complete game plan, because you're going to have games like the fucking Packers, like the Lions. You're going to have games where these motherfuckers are not trying to like turn it. I gotta censor myself. Me and Xander got to a point where I'm talking to this bro like he's my brother. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But bro, it's like, bro, I just don't understand why you gotta be so risk adverse, bro. Like,
look, I mean, it's a philosophy that, to some extent, I think they've taken it too far. Is where I think they are with it. You got too many playmakers to me, but I don't know. You think they win Friday?
I think they do. Look. The last person said that they're not sure about the Bears, bro. Like, I've watched the Bears, and you want to know why I watched the Bears? You heard me, bro. I've watched the Bears because I don't know how to feel about Caleb Williams, but he has a lot of Jalen Hurts tendencies in him where he tries to do too much. He will take a sack.
He'll roll out, try and make a play.
He'll roll out, leave all his receivers that are open. And he'll just
he's driving Ben Johnson crazy because Ben Johnson's a timing coordinator. He wants that ball coming out, man. He's used to
I know Ben Johnson, I know he in Chicago right now losing his mind.
I know. They're winning.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like our defense is gonna be able to put Ben Johnson in a situation that he's not going to like. Even Caleb Williams, he's not going to like. And we're probably going to make him rush his throws. He's a young quarterback. He's going to give us a couple turnovers. I don't know. Maybe not. He's been good with his turnovers this year. But if we rush his pacing up, unlike today, which we weren't able to rush Dak Prescott up in the second half,
we didn't get as much pressure as I thought we would.
You know what's so funny? And I keep rambling, bro. The first 3 series of the game, did Dak Prescott not look completely fucking lost? Did he not look like Jared Goff-esque, where he was just like the pressure, like he was thinking too much about the pressure? And as the game kind of settled on and our offense died out, which I don't want to say, but he started getting more comfortable. He started being able to throw to George Pickens. And, bro, I love Cooper DeJean. I really love that man. I love him. Bro, he cannot go outside. Keep that man in the slot, please.
I'm with you. I'm done saying that. I'm no longer calling for that. Put him in the slot. Keep him there.
At this point, we might have to call Giant Alexander back, bro. I don't fucking know.
No, don't do that.
I don't fucking know, because the Dory ass wasn't good at all today either. They must have put, look, this is for Pump. Look, I'm losing my voice. They must have put Keely Ringo in a shadow room or something, because they didn't want his ass seeing the field at all. At all, man. His ass, I don't know what the fuck he did to Vic.
Did you see him come in? He came in, he got a defensive pass interference, and then he was gone. That's it.
One play, he's done. He's done. I don't know what the fuck Pump is gonna do. He can keep hating on Hurts. I don't give a shit. It's just, look, I look like a Jalen because I always just be laughing at Pump, but it's funny how every fucking week for 8 weeks, you think it's the same fucking problem. You think it's one problem. When I like to think that everybody else is like smart enough to say Jalen Hurts is the fucking problem, obviously, and he needs to be more consistent in his 6th year. But if you're gonna sit here and tell me that that's the only problem, I don't think I can't even argue with you. I can't even like talk to you at the point. We just gotta like agree to disagree. But I don't know, man. I'm waiting on underdog because I need some fucking preaching too. I need somebody.
I don't know where underdog is. I can use underdog.
Yeah, I need to hear somebody else who's gonna just give me a different perspective.
All right, bro. You have a great Thanksgiving on Thursday, man. I appreciate you joining in, and we'll see what this team does on Friday. All right, bro.
You too. Love you. Love the show, man.
Love you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Let's go, man. Appreciate you, man. No Limit. Gotta love No Limit, man. He was fired up tonight. I love it. I love it, man. I respect the getting fired up. All right, we got Chris 3K. Then we got O-Line Guru. We got Steven in here as well. We got Lucius, and we got HKP. Let me read off my super chats one more time. I got 2 of them. Sean says, who took their foot off the gas? KP, Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts. I've had a collection of the above. You know, it was weird, though. Pump is right. They didn't come out running the ball. And when you look at the drives, you can see how bogged down it was by the penalties. You can't just dismiss the penalties. I mean, they weren't as aggressive, obviously, but the penalties ruined a lot of those second half drives, man. I mean, you know, John rattled them off. They had 14 penalties in the game. They had more penalties and they had more yards in penalties than they did in rushing yards. Moonlight, what's up, Moonlight? Not trying to go there, but the Madden curse for Saquon, I don't believe in that crap, but yeah, it looks like it. All right, looks like it. Not a good season for Saquon Barkley. He's got like 600 yards. So, and by the way, coming into the game, I don't know what this will be after the week is over. Coming into the game, Saquon Barkley was 4th in the NFL in carries. So it's not like he's not getting his touches. He's 4th in the NFL in carries. That was coming into the game. So I don't know if that changes after this week, but coming into the game, he was 4th in the NFL in carries. It's not a carry issue. Let's go to Chris 3K joining me right here on the post-game show. Chris, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm all right, bro. You?
I'm good, man. What's the matter, bro? Just football.
What's the matter? Oh, God. Where I start? You know what the matter is, I mean, I was told that because the team is 8-2, everything's okay. Like, nobody should.
They were all telling me too, man. They were not happy with me in the chat.
I've heard plenty of people, what's AJ mad about? What's he complaining about? The team's 8-2. It should be okay. It's a team game, right? Like, and today's exactly what. This is why I've had the same thought, but this is exactly what I think AJ's been talking about and what I said plenty of times, I think last week.
You said this, Chris, in week 1.
Yeah.
You said the highs are high and the lows are too low. It's been true ever since you said it, bro.
I think I'd like to take that. That might be one of the better takes you've had all year.
No. It is. I use it. I use it all the time. I've been saying it, and I give you credit for it. I mean, that was a phenomenal take.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was just, I mean, again, it's like, I think part of the issue is we've been told that obviously winning is the most important thing, but it's not the only thing. Like, there's a process in the way that you do things. Right. And it's like, we could see, like, this loss today, they've been doing this all year. And they got away with it against Tampa. They got away with it against the Rams. They got away with it against Green Bay, Detroit. But it's like, you can't keep living like this. Like, I thought the defense was pretty good today. You got to think, they went up against the #1 pass offense in the league. Like, Dak, regardless of what I think of him as a playoff performer, he has the #1 pass attack. And George Pickens might be the second best receiver this year out of my boy.
I agree. I think he's right there with JSN and Puka.
Yeah.
Take your pick. Yeah.
Take your pick. You know what I'm saying? I think he's had a much better year than CD for sure. Yeah. So I'm like, how much can you expect your defense to hold up? You know what I'm saying? Like, they can only do but so much. It's like, at some point, you got to be able to put teams away. I mean, when they're like, I told you last week against Detroit, we should have blew that team out. Let them hang around, and we got a couple calls to go our way. Fine. But today we didn't get that. And this is what happens. And I'm like, the way we play, I'm going to say it again, we can lose to anybody, because we have no capability of putting our foot on somebody's neck. And like, when we get a lead, it's never game over, in large part, because we can't run the ball no more. That's just, offensive line.
10 carries for 22 yards and you're up by 3 scores. That's insane.
That's insane.
I wouldn't believe that if you told me that. I literally wouldn't believe it. I'd say that's impossible.
We can't run the ball. Saquon is having his troubles, but all in all, man, I mean, I just feel like you could see this loss coming. The way they were playing, they were living on the margins. And eventually the ball isn't going to bounce your way. We had 2 fumbles today. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that, the whole risk-averse approach is like, okay, but, I mean, turnovers might happen. You know what I'm saying? But if you keep living on the margins like that, you're bound to lose one of these games. And
I agree.
Better now than obviously January. But, I mean, the way we playing at this point, we were, week 12 now? This might just, I don't know how, is this just who this team is at this point? I don't know.
Yeah. What do you think of Friday?
I don't know.
Straight. Bears have won 6 straight. 8
I mean,
3.
Bears playing some good ball. I mean, I don't know. I think we for this team to do what we wanted to do this year, I think Jalen is going to be living the reality of what we say about a lot of the elite quarterbacks. Is going to be on your arm. Because I just don't see where the running game is getting him enough help to where it's like,
well, is he capable of doing that?
Well, we're gonna find out. We'll find out. Because there's only one way to find out is to see it in full display. Because you're not getting anything out the run game right now. The defense, I think the defense is great, but we're gonna get the opportunity, I think, to see for the next, I don't know what we got, 5-6 weeks, and then going into the playoffs. We'll see hopefully if they can get a 1 seed. But if this team is going to do what it can do, I think Jalen is now going to be living the, what we say about the Joe Burrows and the Josh Allens and all the Lamar Jacksons. Like, when those guys have to carry weight on their arm and legs because he can do both, I think that's what this team is going to have to be. It's going to be whatever. Like, I know you said in the preseason a lot, like you thought Jalen could have an MVP year. We're going to need an MVP level performance from now till February if we're going to win this thing. Because I don't see the help coming from any of the running backs right now.
I agree. I agree completely. All right, brother. I appreciate you joining in, man. Have a great Thanksgiving on Thursday.
One last thing real quick. I've heard a couple of the guests you guys have had. I think it was Mike North the other day, and I know Playmaker was on earlier in the week.
Yeah, he was great.
He was great. And they were kind of like, AJ shouldn't say this or that. I'm just like, if anything tonight, once again, I hope people can pay attention to the bigger picture for him. And I don't think he was ever mentioning stats. I just think he was warning us like, this is what can happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so. We're not good enough.
No.
Yeah, by the way, you know what I never want to hear again? I don't want to hear another motherfucker tell me that A.J. Brown lost a step. If I hear that one more time, I don't want to hear that bullshit anymore. Everybody in the chat listening, I don't want to hear one of you say that to me. Not one of you.
that was how bad the offense was, though. The offense was so bad. We thought this all-world guy we have lost a step. That's how bad the offense was.
Exactly. It's brutal. All right, bro. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Hope you have a great holiday this week. We'll see what happens on Friday, man.
Hope they win. That's it.
Me too. All right, bro. Later, man.
All right.
Later, dude. There's my boy Chris Rico. Let's go to Steven. Steven joining me for the first time on the post game show.
Hey,
Steven, what's up, brother?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Welcome in. What do you make of the game today? They lose in epic fashion to the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, that was just absolutely pathetic. I mean, I turned it off like in the final 3 minutes. I mean, I think when you look at what happened today, I think it's everybody that's to blame, not just one person. Like I'm one of the biggest Jalen guys out there, but he cannot take that sack on 3rd and 2 on the final drive when you're about to go down and possibly win that game.
You are a Jalen right now. You are a Jalen.
I am, but yeah, I'm pissed off at him a little bit right now.
Oh, wow, a Jalen night is pissed at Jalen. Oh,
yes.
God.
I mean, Barkley, I think at this point, unfortunately, the reality is I think he may have lost a step.
Yeah, I think
so. I mean, I'm a big Barkley guy. He's my favorite player on the team, but I hate to say it. I think he lost a step.
Yeah.
And I think the defense played pretty well today, but they got gashed at times. They didn't get enough pressure. And I think the biggest thing I'm going to say here, what does Nick Sirianni do? He doesn't call plays. He doesn't hire coaches. A lot of people tell me, oh, he's the culture guy, and I get that. But when you are getting penalized as much as this team is, and when you have 14 penalties today, I mean, what is he doing? What does he do?
I think that's.
I'm taking this off of Kevin Batullo at this point because it's either Nick or Jalen saying to be.
Yeah, but if you're going to be hard on Nick, let me push back on you. Don't you give credit to Jalen for winning? How do you not give credit to Nick for winning?
I do, but just like with Jalen, I mean, they deserve criticized in certain areas. I mean, Jalen obviously is not consistent enough. I'm a big Jalen guy. I'll admit that. And Nick, I like Nick too, but I think he could do. I think he just has to be better with getting those guys prepared to go out there and play like disciplined football.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, what do you think of Friday coming up with the Bears?
I would not sleep on that Bears team. I mean, I know they're pulling out a lot of wins out of their hat, but don't forget we're doing the same thing as they're doing. You had a blocked field goal against the Rams. You had the sack against Baker like the final 20 seconds. I mean, we're kind of playing like them in the way we win, like luck. I mean, we're not blowing any teams out, which concerns me because last year we had like 10 blowouts. And I think we have to take a look at this and have to accept it. Stills was right in the offseason. They did not address the depth enough at some of these positions. Like you see safety, Makuba leaves the field. You have to put Sidney Brown in there, and he just plays like absolute horse shit. And then last year in the secondary, you could have guys like Q go out, and you had Isaiah Rodgers go in there, and he made up for that a little bit. Now, if you lose somebody big, you don't have that insurance policy that you had last year. So I get where Sills is coming from with that.
Absolutely.
And I think where this team is right now, they're right in the room with the Rams and the Lions and the Seahawks. They're not way better than any of them teams. I don't think they're better than the Rams personally. I mean, until you could get any kind of run game going, which I don't think they're going to at this point, you're right in the room. And in the playoffs, I think the biggest thing they're going to need is to get this number 1 seed. I don't know if they can do that, but if they do, they get 2 games at home, and you just have to hope that Jalen shows up.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. No doubt about it. We'll see what they're doing. It's the first time I've talked to you. You think they're going to the Super Bowl this year or what?
What?
You think they're going to the Super Bowl?
I have no clue. I mean, I think right now, I don't know if they can beat the Rams again or not, because you saw the pass rush today. They couldn't really get to Prescott as much as you might have them to. I mean, Stafford, if they can't get to him, he's going to cook them. And that Rams defense has had Jalen Hurts' number a lot of times. I mean, they got I went back and watched that playoff game a couple weeks ago. He was so bad in that game. And then the first half of this year, too, they got to him, and then they pulled magic out, and they beat him in the second half. But who's to say, though? They're probably going to get to him again if they play them. But I would say in terms of them going to the Super Bowl, they're in the room with those other teams. They have a shot, but I can't feel super confident right now. As compared to last year, you had that great running game, and I think the defense was lights out. I mean, You just got to rely. Your margin of error is it's worse, way worse than it was last year.
Yeah. All right, so Steven, the people in the chat are saying you can bench 315. Is there any truth to that rumor?
What?
Is there any truth to the rumor that you can bench 315?
Bench Hurts?
No, bench press 315.
I mean, I don't really bench a lot. I kind of just do more like bike stuff.
What are you? How tall are you? You look like you're tall. You like 6
I'm about 6'2" or so.
Nice. All right, brother. I appreciate you joining on, Steven. Always good to hear from a new person in the chat. I know you well. Obviously, I got you on Twitter, so I appreciate you, man. I'll talk to you again soon.
See you, Xander.
All right, later, dude. That's my boy Steven. Love it, man. I tried to hit him with the chat. You know, the 315 in the chat. Shout out to Steven with the washer and dryer. Steven's exposing me. I mean, you guys are always making fun of me. My boy Morty's making fun of me. I don't do the laundry, I don't cook, and I don't do the day. You know, I always joke with people. There's nothing sexier to your lady than a man in the kitchen scrubbing the dishes. All right. No, there's nothing better looking for a lady when you're in there, you're scrubbing them dishes. She's looking at you like, man, look at that man. No way. Come on, man. All right. You ready to rock? Let's go to Lucius. Lucius, you ready, bro? Let's do it, man. Let's bring up Lucius to show. What's up, Lucius? How you doing?
How y'all doing?
I'm doing good, man. I saw you in the chat saying you're about to cook. What's on your mind?
Yeah, because I actually had the game recorded, and I'm going back to some of these plays here. It's the first time I'm doing this live reaction like this where I'm looking back, but I had some time with people in front of me. So let's go to the sack. I'm going to go backwards here a little bit. The sack that Jalen Hurts took on 3rd and 2, he had zero chance because why is Cam Jurgens out there? Why is Landon Dickinson out there? Because they let up that pressure immediately. If you look back at that play, he looked at AJ. AJ got locked up. They knew he was going to AJ. When he was coming back across the field, you could see he said, "Oh shit, here goes somebody in my face," and got sacked. There was no time for him to whip his head around. Now, criticize Hurts on that one. If I'm Hurts, I'm just throwing the ball there. See if you get a pass interference. Like, what else are you going to do in that case right there? Because you got no chance there. Our offensive line is not good. And early in the season, I said, run blocking. We are not good at pass blocking because Jordan Mailata's not playing all-pro. Landon Dickinson clearly still hurt. Cam Jurgens clearly still hurt. Tyler Steen. And then, we got no Lane Johnson. Go back to the stat. We lose more than we win when Lane Johnson is not on the field. Clearly evidence today. And Matt Pryor, if you can't do your job, you've been in the league for so long, you should know when you report eligible, don't cover up the tackle. I don't understand that, but whatever. We can go ahead and say that the offensive line, F. All right, Saquon Barkley, F. That guy is hesitant. That guy is he's punch shock right now. He's not Tank Bigsby. When he gets in there, not saying that Tank Bigsby is better than Saquon, but he goes. He knows, hey, man, as soon as I get this ball, I better make something. Saquon is like hesitant. I don't know.
He doesn't hit even Javonte Williams was hitting the hole better than him.
Hitting the hole. It was like, all right, here's my thing. Boom, here's my thing. Play calling for running, F. I mean, obviously, you running Saquon in the middle of the offensive line is still not good because they're still not good. Jalen Hurts, B. Jalen Hurts gets a B. He gets a B. Yes, he gets a B. Here's why. You got to look at this.
Well, I'm okay with that. I thought he had a good game. I didn't think he had a good game. I thought he had a fine game. But
he had a game
40 minutes of no points.
He had a game that the play calling allowed him to have. That was okay. So if you're on 32,
why do they call plays this way?
Okay, I'll get to that. Let me just.
Because I'm told off the record that they're calling plays this way because of Jalen.
I'm gonna get to that because I don't think it's the case. I really don't think it's the case because I think right now if that was the case, then the first scripted plays wouldn't be looking exactly the way they look because that's not plays that you would call for Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts is limited, he was throwing in the middle of the field. He was throwing in tight coverage. he gets a B because, I mean, look, sometimes you do got to go rogue. Sometimes you do got to say, hey, look, I got to win this game. I got styling. I got studs on both sides of the field. Saquon is not doing it. Dallas Goedert, I got him. I need to get him going. Sometimes you just need to say, hey, I got to bail out my coaches. Then we get to the coaches. And this is without getting to the defense. Let me just get past the offense. I am going to apologize to Nick Sirianni for not being on his ass more. Take over the play calling.
He can't take over a play call. Last time he called plays, we were 2-5. He can't handle.
Hold on, no. Check this out. I love that.
He can't handle play calling. Don't kid yourself.
You just activated my trap card. Last time he called play, we were 2-5. Who was our defensive coordinator?
Gannon.
Yeah. First year Gannon, when he said, I didn't have enough people. Howie, I needed more people. Howie, can you get some people on the street? Yeah, we didn't have Vic. Last time, when
but that same, what do you mean? That same defense, they went back to the playoffs. They started 2-5. They finished the season 9-8.
They had more people. They got him more people because he couldn't do it. He needed people. They got.
Who they add that year?
Oh, they didn't have anybody.
They added Robert Quinn, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the year that they had nobody.
He didn't do shit.
Yeah, they had nobody. They had nobody on that defense, right? But
you can't call plays. You're out of your mind.
Hold on, no. Let me hear him because I'm not saying that he's the greatest offensive coordinator of all time, better than KP. Look, when he was doing the plays, Jalen Hurts had a game versus Kansas City where he went ahead and threw for 421 yards. I thought I saw. Yeah, 421. And I'm on the move. He threw for 421. Right? He had some really good plays there. The only thing that Nick Sirianni couldn't do was run the football. Well, guess what? We can't run the football now. So you might as well give him better play calls. We don't need to run. They suck. We don't have the horses for that. So, I mean, it's not KP because if KP can only do stuff when it's scripted, then, boy, we don't need you. Because after it's scripted, you're done. It's over. You are just the worst.
So you don't think Nick Sirianni came in with his approach and said play more conservative when they had a 21-0 lead? You think Kevin Patullo?
No, I think Kevin Patullo doesn't know how to call plays after the script is done. I really don't think so. And it's not. Look. He's year one. He's not year 30 as an offensive coordinator. So I can't go, oh man, that you're just the worst. He's just a rookie. No, he doesn't know how to do it. No, I think he has what he thinks they want him to do. I think he's like, all right, I don't want to be the fault for that. So he chokes up. He does things not to lose. And then you can see it in Hurts' face on some of the plays that they call.
So you're a Jalenite. Am I reading that correctly?
No. I'm a Smittyite. Nah, I hate what's happening. I
love Smitty, man.
I hate what's happening to Smitty. I hate what's happening to Smitty right now.
That answer, I'm a Smittyite.
That man has been a demon since he was given the chance to hold a football. I hate seeing what's happening to him. But no, I don't care. Jalen Hurts. I cheer for the team, not players, minus Smitty because like that dude's a stud. But no, I think Jalen Hurts could do it. I think they need to let him do it. I think that,
Are we going to win on Friday?
Nope. We're going to do more than win. You want to know why?
You don't think we're going to win on Friday?
No, we're going to do more than win. We're going to do more than win. We're going to have a statement. This is going to be a statement game. We're going to demolish the Bears. We have been embarrassed. Every single person, including the offensive line, is going to come out there like their paychecks.
We're going to have Keely Bingo in. We're going to have no safeties because McCooper might not play, and we don't know about Reed yet. Lane Johnson's not going to be out there. You might not have. I don't know about Cam Jurgens. You think we haven't blown a team out since last season? What makes you think we're going to blow the Bears out? They're 8-3. They won 6 straight.
It's the reason why I'm about to go in on the defense. So Vic Fangio, he loves some Dak Prescott, right? He's afraid of Dak Prescott. He is 100% afraid of Dak Prescott, afraid of Matt Stafford, excuse me. He's afraid of cats like that. So his defense gets less aggressive against them. He's not afraid of Caleb Williams. He's going to bring the dogs. He's going to know that he's going to be.
What do you mean bring the dogs?
He's going to bring the blitz.
No, he's not. Have you been watching Vic Fangio? He doesn't blitz.
Yes, he blitzes against
math. 20%.
No. Listen, he blitzes against quarterbacks that he do not respect. All right? He blitzes against quarterbacks that he do not respect. He does not blitz against quarterbacks that he does respect, that he did get carved up his defense, or he also blitz when he has no choice. He has no choice. We're going to have, let me see here. What? Brown, safety, maybe Michael Carter, safety, Ringo, cornerback, Cooper DeJean, stay your ass in the slot, and Quinyon, right? And then we're going to have that going against Roma Dunze, who's going to be running circles around some of these cats in the backfield. Like, then we're going to have that rookie tight end who's not playing like a rookie at all. Cortland Loveland, I think his name is. That dude's a stud. Then they got Swift, who can line up out the backfield and catch football. We know about that cat. He's going to have no choice. He's going to have to bring pressure. He's going to have to do something. And Caleb Williams he doesn't play on schedule. He plays like Kyler Murray. Better version of Kyler Murray.
Like Galen, but I think Kyler's a good comp.
Yeah, he plays like a better version of Kyler.
He does a lot of plays outside the pocket, which Ben Johnson doesn't like, by the way.
At all. Yeah. I bet you if Ben Johnson actually had Jalen Hurts, he would be like, oh, crap, I can do a lot more with this guy.
No, look, he wouldn't like Jalen Hurts either. Stop.
Oh, he would. Look,
no, he would not, Lucius. Jalen plays most of his game off schedule, bro.
Because he has to. What play calls do we have? They're elementary.
You can look at Jalen Hurts since he's been in college. He's never been an on-schedule quarterback.
Yeah, that's when he was in Oklahoma, when he had an on-schedule system.
In the Big 12, when there was 10 yards of separation between CeeDee Lamb and the closest defender?
When he played against LSU in that championship game, that he wasn't the reason why they got demolished in that game.
Well, Joe Burrow had like 500 yards passing.
He had like 1,000,000 yards against their defense. He wasn't the reason. He actually moved the ball against LSU on schedule. Look, I'm telling you, I'm not saying that Jalen Hurts is a elite quarterback. Like, he's obviously not Mahomes, but you don't need to be, because guess what? Tom Brady wasn't Mahomes. But if you give somebody like him the answers, he's going to ace the test. We don't have answers. We don't have routes. We don't have competence. We don't have consistency on play calling. We don't have any of that. So what is Hurts going to look like except for what he's doing right now? As a matter of fact, we should be thinking that he has the ability to play off schedule, that we are 8-3. You think without his ability to improv, we beat any of those teams earlier? I'm
not saying we don't, but I mean it's tough to gauge because you don't know how much offense you leave when you're not making the throws early. I mean, why the offense look so good in the first 3 drives today? Because he was throwing the ball.
Because there was
time. Because I didn't hear any AJ Brown lost a step today, and I never want to hear that bullshit again. By the way.
Okay, now I'll tell you, he lost a step. However, I'm gonna tell you this. Hold on, no, stop. He lost a step. He has lost a step. Has he lost a step to mean that he doesn't look like an elite wide receiver? No, he still is a beast. He's not the beast in Tennessee, but he's a monster. He still gets his separation. He still catches the ball. When you have focus, when you have design. Right now, after you get past the script, it's done. He's done. Like, Smitty's done. Everybody's done because KP can't call past the script. So it makes me think, who's making the script? Is it him or is it Nick?
It's a good question.
If it's Nick who's making the script, which would make sense because after the script is done, KP can't call a game. You don't have to even you could just do what my man in Detroit did. Is like, look, we needed something different. I'm just doing it. Like, and if it's the front office who is doing anything, tell the front office, well, fire me later. Because guess what? One thing you got to do is the front office. I know for a fact because I've heard it from insiders up there. The front office don't want Hurts running the football. You got to run the football with Hurts.
He needs to run the football.
He has to. Like, you done took away that killer instinct that he had. He has to be that way. You know, you could just want all you want to, front office. Sit down, shut up. Let's win a Super Bowl. If you get 10 years instead of 15 years out of Hurts, get the 10. But get 2 more Super Bowls.
10 is a lot, but we'll see. All right, bro. I appreciate you joining in. You had a lot of good takes tonight. You had some takes I disagree with, but that's all right. That's part of it.
I know you do, but that, it's all right. It's all right. At the end of the day, we just want what's best for the team. And by the way, I do got a message for the Jailenites. I do. Hey, listen to me.
You're a Jalenite.
I'm not.
You are. I just dubbed you. You're in, brother.
No. Take me out.
You're in the Jailenites.
Take me out because I got to say something to them. And I see them all over the thing. People who don't want to criticize Hurts, stop it. Stop it. Stop being so sensitive. You're clearly not from Philly or South Jersey at all. Yo, when your quarterback makes a mistake, call him out. Bring him to the carpet. Guess what? He's not going to be one of the greats that we see with his arm. He's not going to make these dazzling plays. Be okay with that. It's okay. It's okay. What do you want?
I'm with you on that. Agreed completely. All right, brother. Good show, man. I appreciate you joining, Lucius.
I appreciate you.
Support of the channel as always, man. I like that Kelly Green Eagle hat too. Looks nice on you, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
All right, bro. Thank you, man. Later, dude. Here's Lucius the show joining me right here. Got O-Line Guru and HKP to close it out tonight. Let's go to O-Line Guru joining me right now. What's up, brother? It's been a couple weeks. How you been, man?
Man, you know, only show up when we in trouble, man. You know, only show up. Then you know, only show up.
Are you gonna come in here and hit me with "We're good, we're going to the Super Bowl"? Is that what?
Nah, because you know I am. You know what? I'm gonna come in here bold because I'm not super Jailenight, but just because it's a troll, I'm a troll back. I'm the speaker for the Jailenites. Let's get that out the way.
All right,
I'm the honorary.
Let's hear it, my friend.
And I'm a proud honorary Jalenite member of an All-Pro Super Bowl MVP, All-Pro, which shows he can do it in the regular season. All-Pro Super Bowl MVP quarterback. With that being said, let me start off with I think his problem is he has to realize sooner, like this was the game, he has to be that guy. Like that's for sure. I think that we think that he can't do it because we have to think about it from his perception. So you have an amazing defense and your running game has been working. So a lot of times I think that he's even got pedestrian, unlike that 23 year when we did implode. So that 23 year, I think Jalen played decent. I don't think he took care of the ball well enough, but we didn't have the defense for that play.
Yeah, that's why he didn't take care of the ball because he was pushing it downfield so much.
Because we didn't have the defense. I think that we had the defense for the play style this time. I think that he has to own that a little bit more. I think that the days of me handing it to Saquon, him handing it to Saquon, or we'll make it happen. That's done went away a little bit. The offense done took a step back, so he has to take a step up. Just a quick thing about the Nick Sirianni. I'm not out or in on the play calling thing, but I just want to correct something that all Eagle fans are mistaken. I don't think he should per se call plays, but he called plays the first year Jalen started. The wide receiving core was Devontae Smith, Jalen Reagor, Greg Ward.
That's true. Good point.
That's what people keep forgetting. And at that time, we had one of the better offensive line in the run game with Kelsey, Isaac Sayamalu, Lane Johnson. They were younger and fresher. So it made way more sense to run the ball then. But during the passing game, I wasn't just completely out on it. I just think the people that he had, it was bad for that time period. So don't forget, he hasn't had it since then. He hasn't had it since then. Since we had AJ Brown and all that, he hasn't had it since then. So I just say it's worth to look into. All I'm saying, because I don't think he had a fair shake like some people think we.
So you don't think Kevin Petula is doing a very good job?
This is my problem. Stuff like this is where I think Kellen Moore would have did better with last year. That 3rd and 2 that Jalen Hurts took that sack on. My immediate thought is I know we're not running the ball well, but if we're in a gotta get it down, why not run the ball, get 1 yard, and maybe we're at 4th and 1, 4th and inches. That throw the ball there. Now, once again, it's just we're not in rhythm. We're never in rhythm. Even when Hurts is throwing the ball in schedule, our offense isn't in rhythm. We never are in rhythm. Like on that 3rd and 2 last year, we would have ran the ball there. And I know we don't have the same offensive line to run the ball. Let's get that out the way.
I think they were timid because of where they were on the field. I don't even think they would have wanted to run.
Yeah, I don't think we quite was there. That's fair because I think it was on like the
We're on a
35.
what, like a 25-yard line or so?
No, I think on the 35. 35. It was
25
about
still though.
it was if we was on the 40, 45, I think that we might have pressed the button there.
Me too.
But I'm just saying dropping back like that on 3rd and 2 definitely felt like we have no confidence in our run game. Like, and I get that, but with the tush push being like over 90% in that type of situation, last year we would have did that. And I think situations like that is where it stick out like a sore thumb. Now we're throwing the ball on 3rd and 2. Like we're throwing the ball. Now don't get me wrong, we want to throw the ball, but we're out of rhythm.
I know.
Like we're out of rhythm. And we completely have undervalued the O line. Like I say that because we don't talk about how much they affect us not playing well. So we just constantly just like, oh, they're not playing. No, 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 no. The O line not playing great is like 60% of the problem. That's like 60% of the
They're,
problem.
yeah, no, you're right. I mean, they're not playing good. There's no doubt about it. You think
Oh,
Barkley lost it? Lost a step?
nah, not really. Let me tell you why. You want to tell you what's so crazy to me? Like, I just same thing with AJ Brown. Like one thing in this sport, and Draymond Green hit it on a little bit with even Ben Simmons in basketball. Confidence is so key, and I just think he lost confidence in the offense and the O line. I don't think he lost confidence per se in himself. I just think like when he gets the ball, he's not thinking it might hit, and you can see he's timid. You can see that he's tapping his feet around. And I think a little bit is that valid. I think that we don't get him the ball in favorable situations. We keep running up the middle, and our middle of our offensive line is the most banged up right now. Is not playing the best ball right now. So I just think it's a perfect storm. And like I said, Jalen just has to do more this year. Like we said in the beginning of the year, we came in assuming he was going to do more this year. That's why we had the MVP talks because we were saying, you know what, we expect them to have to do more this year because we expect the run game to take a little step back. So it's the same thing. But my last thing I do want to say, everybody's been talking about the play calling, but you want me to say today? Today's not on the coaches, man. Today's on the players, man. Period. Today's on the players. You want me to tell you why? 14 penalties for almost 100 yards.
That's
It's like
insane. It's like unheard
it's.
of, dude.
You want me to tell you, and that's why even with and that's why the quarterbacks thing. We saying Jalen Hurts didn't play well. If he would have won, we would have said that he played better. It's the fact that he lost. Now the way he lost, he didn't quite take over in the second half like we think we needed him to. But I think going on, he knows he got to do that. To be honest, like okay, I might really gotta like take over all these games. But the lack of discipline, and it started game 1 when Jalen Carter spit on Dak Prescott. It just let me know like, are we a little bit too loose? Are we not focused as a team? Like, are we a little bit too? Oh, we'll figure it out. Oh, we'll
Yeah,
figure it out.
right.
And the penalties today just let me know. I feel like all the distractions going on, everybody talking. It's just they wasn't focused like a championship team. That was my biggest problem. I don't really care about the reason why I say we're fine because I know the NFC Xander, Jared Goff ain't gonna do it in the playoffs. I'm sorry.
I agree.
Sam Darnold, I don't believe it in the playoffs. I'm
I
sorry. The
agree.
only threat really for real, for real, for real is Matthew Stafford. That's why I'm fine. Now we need the number 1 seed. I don't see us winning 3 games and getting to the
They're,
bowl.
they're up 34-7 right now, so they're going to be in the driver's seat.
Yeah, so
But they got to go to Seattle still.
yeah. So I think we're fine on that end, but our championship DNA took a little hit today for me. Like, and I value that the most in our team, and that's why I say we're fine because I just think when we really got to have it, we're more likely to get it. But the penalties that we had today, the lack of focus was alarming. Now the one on DeJean was a BS call, and the one on Cam Jerkins was a BS
Dude, the
call.
one on DeJean, I'm not buying John's explanation for that. That
Nah,
was
that's a
I think
no, no, that's a BS call.
DeJean's face. I mean, what's DeJean supposed to do
I
there?
think I think it's either a no call or an offensive PI. Clearly, it's either a no call because you let them be handsy with each other, or it's
Yeah,
an offensive PI because his hands to the face.
I
And I
agree.
think the wide receiver was more aggressive with his hands even.
I
And I
agree.
think the one the
I'm
Cam.
not really like an official complainer type of guy. It's never been my style, but
Nah, I'm really not. You want me to tell you why I don't complain about the officials? Because if I was gonna complain, I had to complain back then with Bradbury. If I ain't gonna complain with Bradbury back then. I ain't gonna complain now. It is
right.
what it is. Everybody gets cheated, bro. Everybody gets messed up. What I can control is 14 penalties for 100 and something yards. We can control that. So I'm not. Although I've been out on KP as a whole. Today, I don't think as a fan base we need to put that on the coaches. Today's on the players. We got to discipline up. That's a problem. That was on the players. Like, yes, the play calling was a great, but once again, Jalen Hurts would have threw for 400 yards and 50 passes didn't get called back. So we got to be more disciplined. It's just that simple. Like that was pitiful today, honestly.
All right, brother. Good stuff, man. Appreciate you joining in. Happy Thanksgiving, man. I hope you have a great holiday this weekend. I'll talk to you again soon. All right, brother.
CEO of the Jailenites. Oh, I'm trolling. Let's go.
CEO of the Jailenites. Oh, baby. Let's go to HKP to close us out tonight. HKP,
yo. What's going on, Z? What's going on, man? I feel good.
Trader Joe's hat.
I got you, bro. I got all the colors, bro. I got all the colors, man. Yeah, man. I got all the colors. But man, I feel good, man. I'm in a great mood tonight. I'm happy we lost. I'm so excited because this is what this team needed, man. I'm tired of this team and all these M-Reds dude in the comments arguing with me, talking about we're 8-2, we're just winning games. Like, we need to lose, man, because this team needs to realize the way you're playing in this undisciplined football and all this nonsense y'all are doing, it's not going to lead you to a Super Bowl. This team has to understand that at some point. And I think after this game, if we don't see certain changes and certain things clean up, like penalties and all that different stuff, because those type of things have nothing to do with what is necessarily being played in terms of execution. You know what I mean? Like what the coach calls in the playbook, like that has nothing to do with it. That's players out there being undisciplined, not doing the different things that they're supposed to be doing. And like when you have stuff like that in the game, now it causes like a domino effect. Now we don't know what to blame. We're finding all these different things, Xander, to throw it at. We're trying to throw it at players. It's all these different things. We blame Patullo all day. I think Patullo did a great job. I'm gonna stand by what I told you last week. I think Patullo's a great coach, dude. I don't think he's a bad coach at all. Now, do I think Nick Sirianni has an approach that he has in his head of sometimes they want to come out and be conservative? Yes, but like today was a day where you're just supposed to simply blow a team out. Like it wasn't supposed to be a close game. You're supposed to come out like I see in the first half, you take a shot to Smitty. Where's the shot to Smitty again? Like take several shots, dude. Like it shouldn't be just a one scenario thing. You're playing the Dallas Cowboys, who give up some of the biggest plays in the National Football League, dude. That they're known for giving that up this year, and you're scared. You're playing like it makes no sense to me. So like when you have all those things as well as you guys are undisciplined, this is the type of game that you lose. Like at the end of the day, and it doesn't help when Saquon Barkley is slipping and falling and can't get up. So
every play is slipping. What is going on with that?
It doesn't. I don't know, dude. I don't think he's taking a step back. I kind of agree with bro that was just on here when he said like he's kind of overthinking things a little bit. But man, we pay these guys big bucks, man. Yeah, we pay these guys too much big bucks, man. I was literally talking to my brother as I came in the house because my brother's a Cowboys fan, so he's so happy right now, right? And I was literally telling him like 51 million. Like that's how much Jalen Hurts is getting paid this year. And all these other quarterbacks in the NFL, they have to cover up these things for their team. They have to figure it out. And this is what we expect of Jalen. I think Jalen is the most to blame for that game, dude. I'm going to be honest with you because he's the quarterback of the team. We expect him to come out there and just cover it up. You're supposed to figure it out for us, dude. That's why we pay all this money with Josh Allen, with Mahomes, with Burrow. We hold those guys to this high standard, this upper echelon. We want Jalen to be quote unquote elite, like y'all keep saying that he is. But it's like if we're not going to hold him to that elite standard, he's just a regular quarterback, dude. Like let's just have him be the Eagles quarterback that knows how to win football games. That's it. He's not elite, but he knows how to win, and that's cool because we won a Super Bowl out of it. I'm not mad at all. But at the same time, I'm not going to sit here and say the quarterback's elite when we don't expect elite things of him, which is to go. Do you think that anybody on that Cowboys sideline was like, oh, no, Dak, we don't expect you to go win this game for us. Yeah, even though we're paying you all this money, you just go out there and you just try your best, dude. No, they expect him to ball out and go win the game, period. Not take a 13-yard sack, dude. That's not what they expect, dude.
I agree completely. I agree with you completely.
So
you sound like me, and you're saying it better than I say it, but it's the people that's what I'm fighting against. All these people tell me he's this elite, and it's like, well, we don't ask him to do that shit, you know?
We don't.
Wait,
and
I'm gonna go back to what you said at the beginning. You think this loss is a good thing?
I think it's an excellent thing.
It's gonna put the only way out is through. It's gonna push us to either go where we gotta go, or it's gonna expose that we're not who we think we are.
And I think that it's excellent because it came against the Cowboys, dude. And I know that this is a team that they really did not want to lose to. I think they would have been fine losing to the Bears, personally. I think losing to the Cowboys, it kind of stings a little different. You know, Saquon Barkley getting 10 for 22, it stings a little different because it's against your division rival that you wanted to sweep. You know what I mean? That, and this is the year that you should sweep the Cowboys. The Cowboys are usually a great regular season team, guys. Like that's just the truth. Like they're usually pretty good in the regular season. And you know what I'm saying? Like this was the year where we're supposed to do that. So, you know, I think this team has to clean up the disciplinary things in terms of like on the field, like dude, like it's too many little things like these penalties, dude. Like it's hard to even watch the game and just see, like you're just seeing the moments like, bro, what? Like that's how I'm literally watching the game. I'm just like, is this real life?
I know.
I mean, these guys just can't get besides themselves.
14 of those penalties, bro. It's brutal. You're not winning meaningful football games with that type of discipline. No way. You're an Alabama fan. You know that. You're not allowed to have that.
You have to be disciplined, man. Like last year, we did not have these issues. I was literally telling my brother about how last year we had a way we won football games, right? I feel like this year, like even though last year, like our passing offense was always 20th and lower. Okay. It was never top 15 or whatever the case. It was never that, you know? And at the end of the day, we had an identity of how we chose to win games. We were going to run the ball. You know what I mean? We were going to get stops. We were not going to let up the big play. Vic Fangio had that nice zone defense he was playing, and it worked. We won a Super Bowl with it. And I think this year, this team lacks an identity. We had 2 good weeks of football on defense, which is why I didn't get overhyped about the defense because I said I need to see. Last year, I saw the defense consistently playing great football for so many weeks in a row. And we only saw 2 weeks this year of really some dominant defense. And, you know, they did it. But today, you needed the offense to really come out there and show their dominance. Today, we were supposed to put up 40 easy. And it wasn't supposed to be a hard thing to do, man. It wasn't supposed to be rocket science. Jalen Hurts was supposed to go out there and lead that team and throw the ball like we've been asking him to do, which he did in the first half. But you know, things kind of stopped in the second half. I don't think it's just Nick Sirianni. I think Jalen Hurts is conservative as well, dude. Like, I think Jalen Hurts holds the ball in his hand and says he doesn't want to throw it because we're winning the game. And I have a defense that can go get a stop. If you guys watching this channel do not believe that Jalen Hurts thinks that in his head, you need to wake up and smell the coffee, dude. We have game footage and tape, several games of him doing that. That is who he is. He's going to hold the ball. He knows he has a great defense, and it failed him today. Maybe next week he'll say, hey, man, I need to run the score up. I need to just take this chance or whatever the case may be. Like, just go play football, play your game. Eagles fans are going to ride with you some days. Other days, they're not. That's just what comes with Philly, man. And it is what it is. If Jalen doesn't lead us, dude, we're not winning in the Super Bowl. I don't know if anybody in here is dreaming. But
they're dreaming. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I don't know if these guys are dreaming or something like that. Like Jalen Hurts, like he's gonna have to be elite. This elite level that M. Reyes and all these guys. I'm sorry, M. Reyes. You get a lot of bro. You get it bad, bro. So I'm sorry, bro. But hey, man, somebody got to get it, bro. You feel me? So hey, if you guys think he's so elite and all this different stuff and Super Bowl MVP, I can't remember how many times I heard that this last week. People telling me that like I didn't watch the game. Like, dude, I get it, dude. It's in February. That's nice. It's also November now. So like it gets
you're on fire tonight, HKP.
It gets to a point, dude. Because I'm excited to see the response to this team, Xander. Like, what's the response going to be? Like, how is this team going to come out the next game? I don't think there's going to be any choice.
Capable of doing what you're saying?
Say that again for me, Z.
Do you think he's capable of doing what you're saying? What you're asking?
Jalen? 1,000%. I mean, dude, how many quarterbacks would love to be dropped into an offense like this?
But that's what I'm saying. You're asking him to be more elite. Do you think?
I think he can do it. I think he can do it. I think he can do it. Will he do it? Tough. You know,
it's tough. You rode the fence. That's the first answer. You rode the fence on that shit. You went Philly. You rode the fence.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be real with you. Like, if it came down to the end of the year and people told me that in the playoffs, the Eagles lost 24-31 because Matthew Stafford led a drive, which Jalen Hurts threw 2 passing touchdowns and 2 interceptions in the game in the playoffs, and we lost, I would not be shocked at all because you're asking a lot of a guy that throughout his whole entire career, he's never been asked to lead a team to win a title or championship, whatever you want to call it, collegiate or NFL, and actually succeeded at it on a consistent level. He got benched before. These are things that we've seen. So it's like, will he do it? I believe in Jay because I believe in Jay's will. I like his mindset. You know what I'm saying? We've talked about this before. So you love the way Jay thinks, dude. So, I believe he can, but mindset has nothing to do with you finding reads and seeing who's open on fit. So, we'll see, dude. I'm on the fence, and I'm not afraid to be on the fence. Okay, because at the end of the day, what I have seen from this team, I have to be on the fence. How could I 100% be like, yeah, we're gonna do it? Like, wake up and smell the coffee. This team has not shown you anything that has been like, yo, we're going to do. No, even today, I thought we were going to win 13-10. I was shocked we had 20 points. I was like, wow, 20 points. I mean, is it my birthday?
Now,
do I get cake?
But you're out here cooking in the kitchen, my friend.
Vander, do we get soda pop?
Yeah, wait. Yeah, right. Yeah, are we winning on Friday or what?
Yeah, we're winning on Friday. We're playing the Bears, dude.
You don't fear the Bears.
If we lose to the Bears, I'll be like, all right, dude. Like this team is just like a middle of the pack team. Like we're just a regular playoff team at that point. We're like the Bills. Like we're gonna make the playoffs, but like only God knows how far we're gonna go in it. You know what I mean? Like that's So hopefully I'll be out in Philly for that game. So we better win.
All right, bro. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving on Thursday. This was the
segment. Yeah, brother.
You get the cake for the segment of the night tonight. HKP, I love you, bro. I appreciate
you more, brother.
Soon, all right, man.
Hell yeah, Z. Take care of yourself, bro.
Later, bro. You too, man.